We submitted a report in 2002, and we have first Pravasi Bharatiya Divas to connect with the Indian diaspora overseas, established as a regular feature every year, and it is connected with the day of Mahatma Gandhi's return from South Africa to India, 9th of January. Every year we have a Pravasi Day program, 3-day convention of the Pravasis, that is the diaspora, with the people back home in India. So this time we had it in Ahmedabad, where about 3,000 to 4,000 people from diaspora had come and had the convention. Now, this is the beginning of the dialogue linkages with the diaspora outside India. Very often people have been saying it's connected with the dollar diaspora that India wants to get dollars for India's development. My intensive understanding is that it's not only that, they also connected with the countries like I mentioned about Mauritius, Trinidad, Guyana, etc. They may not have much of dollars, but they have so much of connectivity with India. They may not have come to India, but then they have the connectivity with India, emotional, that they are ready to do anything for India, which is the ancestral land. So this has to be treated as a resource and use it for the purpose of overall development. It can be economic, political. We need a Security Council seat. Where extensively been talked about it. Even the recent president's visit had underlined this issue that they will be supporting India for Security Council seat. So in Fiji, Indians would look forward to see that India gets into it, because you have ambassadors all over the world, at least 110 countries. So India need to really connect with them and use whatever possible for the overall development of India. It's not just money alone, the knowledge which comes back to India. Now, I had the privilege of going to Punjab, Gujarat, and toured a number of locations there, and I see how the philanthropy has contributed to the development of the local areas. They have taken up a number of projects, including some of the top villages in Punjab are model villages where you find it's like any other country. It's not necessarily, that you need to go overseas to see something very good. We have seen Indians who have come back with the knowledge, have tried to see how India can be developed. So what is the need of the hour is to connect those people who have gone away. And that reminds me, we were talking about the local is more important than the macro and data level. We have been talking about the Indian diaspora, and I've been also talking about Telugu diaspora on a couple of forums. Number of people have worked on the Telugu diaspora. Today there is a complete paradigm shift that Telugu diaspora is not the totality. Now you have the Telangana people. What is most important that CII and others can do is that you try to connect back home here, have a database in terms of who has migrated to which place, and connecting back here, and then at village level see that what can be done at the village for transformation of the village overall. And I'm sure those who are from those villages or cities will be very much connected with those locations where they have been born and brought up, and they'll be very happy to participate as partners for the developmental program that we initiate. So most important thing is that we have to first have the database in terms of who has gone where, and then provide schemes, say this is what is needed in this region, in this locality. Is there somebody to provide? Say education system is one of those which have been worst hit during the last 60 years. I do agree with that. JP has mentioned, and you really need the kind of schools which US has, or France has similar kind of schools where you don't really search for schools. You have a school, and that is the school. The very sad affair about municipal school or government schools, nobody wants to send the children there. And this is the fate we have created. We need to overcome this. And I'm sure there will be many who have got education in India who would like to come back and plow their knowledge and their resources to see the place of their origin is really shining well, and to be brought to the level of the global standards. Thank you very much for being with me, and it has been a great pleasure.
Thank you very much. Actually, he asked me to keep pushing him, so I kept pushing him, right? But yes, politicians and academics, and teachers say to me also, come on, I don't expect me to do it in 10 minutes. Exactly. Thank you all very much. We're going to go into questions, and we're going to do it like this. We won't answer every question as it comes. I'm just going to ask for questions, and we'll see the pattern, and then someone will respond from here. And please make it a question, a rule. Please don't state that we have a problem. We know we got a problem. What is your question about what could be a solution? Or if you do have a 1-minute solution, that's welcome also. How do we improve governance for overall development? Yes. Mike, if you, we know you, but everyone I hope does. You just mention your name in the question.
Good afternoon, I am Basiredi. This is specifically for JP Garu, and as well as, I would say, Arun Garu also. I have come back about 13 years ago, back to this country. And I'm looking at the election process today. If the governors has to go down to the village level, now the kind of village politics now there are, and the kind of money they are spending for becoming a sarpanch, do you think when I decentralize it to that village level, would there be any justice done to the population when that guy is merely trying to make money?
Excellent question. Thank you. Yes, please.
Preeti from Business World. I
Yes.
just had a comment to say that. Hi, Preeti from Business World. Just a quick comment to say that I think one of the things that we need to do to improve governance is also have a way to incorporate integrated citizen feedback. Because as editor of a portal which used to track technology and government earlier, we realized that every time we posted an article, we would get something like 70 to 80 comments immediately on that very same day asking about where do we go for, my Aadhaar card, or where do I go to register this EFIR that you're mentioning. And I think it's very important to somehow integrate citizen feedback into what we are doing. Thank you.
I'm Srinivas from Epidco. My question is particularly with regard to the procurement process of the government. What is the idea for innovation in the procurement process? Because most of the procurement processes have the impact of delayed gestation in the projects, and even sometimes ends up in increasing the project cost and most of the funds unutilized.
One here, one there. If you go to Michael,
I am having a question with regard to your social well-being. The way in which the governments are going in giving the roles, we are forgetting the old saying, don't give somebody fish, but train him how to fish. There is a need for the skill development programs in a very, very fast manner to see that this sort of role system will go from this country, and only then India can improve.
and the last question here.
My name is Sridhar Reddy. I am from Centum Learning. It's a Bharti Airtel Group company which is into skill development and corporate training. And I have another hat is like I'm associated with Telangana Development Forum. So here my question is to Jayaprakash Narayan Garu. I would have been very happy if you would have spoken a little more about education and how to fix the things over there. But yesterday I was so happy to know from my kids' school that they have starting this detention system again. If somebody is not performing well, they will be kept in the class, I was so happy to know that. Teacher was telling me when I went for teacher-parent meeting. So that has to be brought into practice. And if Jayaprakash Narayan Garu has another 2 minutes or 5 minutes, if he can speak on that, I will be glad. Thank you.
Thank you. Now we'll do one round here, and we'll request what three of you.
Or I just want to say something.
Okay, let's take an input. And then what you're going to do is just take 2 minutes to So choose what you want to respond to or some combination, and then we see what more after that.
Dr. Gopal Reddy, the last few years I'm making this observation, centralization of power, both in political parties and also in the government. And it has taken away the spirit of democracy very much. And because of this reason, we have included this topic of decentralization of powers. And we have this particular amendment which has not been taken up by any state. So where do we start the beginning on this decentralization of powers? How to go about it is the biggest question we have today. I would like somebody to answer it.